I'm going to make simple boiled white rice. It is to accompany my stew dish, which is Persian inspired, and therefore I'm going to give it a saffron topping. We need to measure out the rice. 1 cup of rice serves about 3 to 4 people. I'm going to put the rice in the pan. I'm going to take the pan and fill it with some water. No need to be exact. And then I'm going to put it onto the stove. I'm going to put it on a high heat and leave it to boil for a few seconds. Once the water is boiling, you can see that it has released the starch. So I'm going to take it off the heat and I'm going to pour this water away. Now you have removed most of the starch, so I'm going to measure out the water now. The correct amount of water to have is about 7 to 10 millimeters of water above the rice. I often use my finger to measure it, so I might need a little more here. I'm going to put the rice back on the stove and turn it on a high heat until it's boiling, and then I'm going to turn it down to a medium heat. Turning the heat down to a medium heat is very important because it gives you a leeway in case you overcook the rice. You can see that the water has started to boil now, and I'm going to turn the heat down to a medium heat, and I'm going to put the lid on it and leave it to boil for about 10 to 15 minutes. I'm going to check on the rice to see whether the water has evaporated. You'll get a good sense of this by checking the steam to see whether the pan is releasing any steam. To prepare the saffron topping, I'm going to take a few strands of saffron and put it into my mortar and pestle. That's enough. I'm going to grind it. And I'm going to put it into a bowl. I'm going to add a little bit of hot water. And then I'm going to add just a small teaspoon of sugar. And I'm going to put it to one side until the rice is ready. You know that the rice is ready when it stops giving off steam. At that point I shut off the cooker and I let it rest. Often I put a tea towel over it just to keep the steam in and so that the rice gets nice and fluffy. After 5 or 10 minutes of resting, the rice is basically ready. What I'm going to do now is just to fluff it up. And I'm going to serve it into a dish. Plain white boiled rice. To make the saffron topping, I'm going to take the saffron mixture which we prepared earlier. I'm going to take some of the rice and mix it. Plain white boiled rice with a saffron topping. Great with my stew dish, a link to which appears at the end of this video.